It's Ben. Go Ben. Okay, I have to get the games loaded. So that'll take about 5 minutes. Ooh, one of the games is only 11 moves. That's good. Sorry, this was taking a few minutes. Clark, you keep losing, but you're underrated. I don't understand it. Okay, I added all the games. Thanks to Plectrimura for subscribing. Where'd my brother go? He's in Disney World. He drives through here to go to Disney World. He'll come back Friday night, Saturday morning, but not during the stream. Okay, we have 10 games. Do we have any mods here that can do a marker? Thanks, Tensor Extension. Hey, everybody. Sorry about the lateness and stuff, but Karen's still playing poker. And these are hard to open. Okay, this is game one. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's get on YouTube here. Hi, Ben. Good morning from Melbourne. Go, Ben. Yoda. So we're not getting the chat. So let me fix that. Something's wrong with the stream. Chat 7. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know why the chat's not working. I'll tell Karen, but I don't think she can fix it because she's playing poker. So far, this is my best game review ever. Okay. Here's the first game. Sit Bears White. He's our hero. Game was played in March. I thought I was playing a positional masterpiece. Stockfish just pointed at me and laughed. Then, my unrated opponent realized he was playing the 8th of my 14-game streak, so he promptly blundered. Also, hello from Japan. I'm running away from Trump. Yeah, but what if Trump goes to Japan? Okay, our hero's white. This was played in a tournament over the board in March. Game 25, delay 5. Our hero's white. So far, pretty good. Bishop d3 is unusual because typically black has some pressure on d4, so we don't want to block our queen. And the bishop usually doesn't do much on d3 because it's hitting against this. So bishop e2 is more common. Conversely, b6 is just terrible. So white's already much better. Yeah, this is just a normal Benoni where black's played b6 and knight bd7, which aren't good. So far, I like the way white's playing. Yeah, now white played a strange move. I would take the knight on e5, and white has a nice advantage. Played here. Usually giving the bishop away is not a great idea. Black played e6, which also isn't good. Now we can take again. White's still a little bit better. Well, so far, a pretty good game. Never play f6. Bishop a6 is a weird move. I guess it's okay. Yeah, the engine doesn't like that because we can take with the d pawn and put our knight on d6. There's pressure on the c4 pawn. Yeah, white's releasing the tension too early. And then that's not good because now we can't play knight d6 and put pressure on c4. White's playing pretty well. Knight d2 is good. I think white's playing as well as you can expect. White has a nice position. Nice knight on c4. Lots of space. Black bishops aren't very good. Yeah, white kept not playing a4 instead of playing a4 every move. Now it says it's equal because we have nice pressure on e4. Oh, queen g5, that's not good. Yeah, just doubling rooks on the f file is the right way to play. That just hangs a rook. The king takes rook. I mean, the game was pretty good until then. Now he could play rook f1 again. Oh, snap. Nah, he didn't fall for it this time. But then black resigned. I don't know. I thought Sitbear played really well. That was a really good game from white. Then black played rook f1 check, which isn't good. A lot of games are decided on one move blunders, which was the case this game. Black played for tricks, but tricks are for kids. That was a pretty good game. Okay, next game. Somebody want to make a mark? Oh, you did that. Okay. Hi, Ben. I won a 90-30 game in a weekly tournament at the Marshall last week against a much stronger player. He outplayed me most of the game before getting into time trouble. I offered him a draw around move 37, but he declined, and eventually I persevered with him playing on the increment. Would love to hear your thoughts. It's my biggest OTB upset to date. So it's a 400-point upset. Black is 1660 and white is 2060. So black's our hero. And it's a 90-30, the Marshall. So far, pretty good. G3 is a move. Okay, so far it's a good game. Yeah, B6 isn't good. Should take the knight and mess up white's pawn structure a little bit. Now black's pawn structure is messed up a little. Yeah, white's slightly better, not much. Always play bishop f8. Yeah, white's position is pretty pleasant. After c4, white's giving away the d4 square, so black should play knight b8 to c6 to d4. You know, white has a big advantage. Black doesn't have a lot of counterplay. Yeah, just nice position for white. Black has a couple weak pawns. White has a nice pawn chain with a nice pawn on d5. But black's solid. Hard for white to break through. Ooh, f3. I don't like that. Engine says it's okay, but I don't like it. Okay, this is move 37. So I guess this is where black offered a draw. G4 is a mistake because of e4. And white's king side's falling apart. So black finally has a big advantage with the nice attacking bishop. Sapu Bav gave 5 subs. Thank you. Hype train's incoming. What else happened? What did I miss? I don't see what I missed. Black Tremora. That was a long time ago. I must have missed something, but I don't see what it was. That's weird. Oh well, whoever I missed, sorry about that. Thanks, Sapu Bob. Yeah, now white's king side is falling apart and black's bishop is good. Yeah, white didn't do very much after he got this bind on black's position. He just sort of moved around randomly and weakened his king while he was doing it. These moves are all fine. It says that's a mistake, and now queen h4 is winning. Still says black's doing great. It says that's a blunder. Yeah, now it says black's winning. And white's king isn't very safe. And now black's up a piece. And I guess the game ended here. Yeah, black's going to checkmate white with his queen and rook. I'll give you the engine line. It's king h2, check, then rook f2, and then, okay, white's getting mated in 3 or 4 moves. This is mating. Yeah, very nice. Then this is the final position. Wow, that was a good game. Like, you were worse, but you sort of chilled out. Then your opponent, like, made his position worse instead of, like, improving his position. Gambar subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Raj B subscribed. Thanks, Raj. You've been a sub 62 months. It's Raj. Yeah. Karen was upset we don't have a lot of subs on the channel, so make sure that you sub so she's less upset. All right, that was a good game. Next game is very short. Tensor extension can do a thing. Yeah, thanks. The marker, yeah. A recent miniature I played. I thought it was a funny looking mate, so I decided to share it here. Okay, white is 900 something, and black is 1,000 something. White's our hero. Ooh, f6. It's not a good move. Yeah, this is an unsound sacrifice because now black can play king d7 and run away. Ooh, g6. Now it's more sound. Ooh, knight e7. Yeah, he had to play queen e7, then he's still okay. Yeah, knight d7's not good because it hangs mate in 1. Knight d7 and bishop d7 are the only moves that hang mate in 1. Oh, queen d7 does too, because I can take the bishop. So yeah, the bishop's attacked, and knight d7 defends the bishop, but it hangs another mate. It says black has to play knight f5, giving a piece away. Then mate. Yeah, that was a very interesting game considering it was only 11 moves. Lots of ups and downs. But yeah, black's opening knowledge wasn't so good, playing f6 early, and then white sacrificed to piece, which was a bit too aggressive, but it worked out really well. Very Morphy-esque. Go hype train. That was a 10-minute, 5-second increment game. I guess both players didn't use all their time. But yeah, that is a cute mate. Go hype train. Well, black had to stop the mate on f8, or rook takes f8, so knight d7 seems reasonable, except that there's bishop f7. If it wasn't for bishop f7, knight d7 is probably the best move. Yeah, it is a smothered mate of sorts. Goes hype train. Let's get the hype train to level 4. We have a minute left. We need 4 subs. Possibly 3. I think 3 will do it. Or 1,000 bits. It's a lot of bits. Don't all mates have a name? Yeah, they're either checkmate or stalemate. This one's checkmate. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Well, it's good to play like Morphe when you have a 3-digit rating. What about Billy Bowden's mate? Jim Conchess gifted a sub. Hooray. Well, we didn't make level 4, but we made level 3. That's pretty good. Hype train success. Okay, next game. Reposting my amusing game on a Sunday. Thanks for the advice, Bonarici. Without the link this time, so that maybe we can look at it. At the end, I'm up a pawn, but the engine gives some absurd advantage, like plus 25. I managed to finally get my rating over 2,000 in daily, and like 1950 in rapid. So I have better games, but I have very few sillier games. I have no idea why the engine doesn't like 23 knife f5. I mean, first, it's knife f5. Second, the engine thinks knight f7 check is better, but that just leads to repeats. It's a mystery to me. Always repeat. Well, the game ended in 2 moves, so that's good. Okay, so this is a daily game, I guess. This game was played a couple months ago. Oh, wait, this game was played 6 years ago. It says 9/6, which is my birthday. But then it says 2018, which was still my birthday. Okay, so daily game. Our hero is white. I think knight f6 is a mistake because I can play e5. And he played e5, yeah. Yeah, if white can play e5 in a Sicilian and you have to play knight g8, then your last move was wrong. Yeah, white already has a crushing position. Yeah, his position's really bad for black. Yeah, knight f5 is a good move. It takes advantage of the pinned knight. So if you take the bishop, I can take the rook. And here black resigned. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, white played really well that game. Black didn't play so well. Black made some strategical and positional errors throughout. Didn't develop his pieces. Still hasn't moved his rook or two of his bishops on the back rank. King is on d8. Down material. Lots of threats for white. a3 removes the defender of the queen on the knight. That's why he resigned, because if his queen moves, he's going to lose his knight. Yeah, that was a good game for white. No, resignation was the best move he played the whole game. That showed his class. All right, we'll take a little break because we don't have that many games today, and we have 2 hours to look at them. And some of the games were 20 moves. One game was 11 moves. And ended in checkmate. Nobody resigned. Yeah, white played very well that game. Black didn't play as well. You resign half your games so you're high class? Maybe. Did you guys see the game that Magnus lost to Arjun yesterday? Or it might have been today. Magnus was white and he lost all his pieces. And then he resigned on move 20, but he resigned late. He should have resigned on move like 12. But he had white and he lost all his pieces. He still won the tournament, I think. I'm not sure if that was yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday. Well, the knight's protected, but a3 makes the queen move away from it. And then it's unprotected because I have 3 pieces attacking it. You have 2 defending it. So you need to move your queen and defend your knight, but that's not possible. Yeah, my weak engine says white's plus 13. The strong engine says 25. And the strongest engine says made in 30 or something. I don't know. So far, the games are pretty good. I think the games are always good. I just trash talk them a lot. Yeah, I didn't play in the tournament today because it was silly to play. I probably shouldn't play. I wanted to come out of retirement and play in tournaments, but now I don't. So maybe I won't do that. I play pretty badly still. The only thing I'll prove to myself is I play chess like Tyson boxes. Not only does moving the queen lose the knight, it also gets mated. Because bishop takes, queen takes is mate. And bishop takes, king e8, knight d6 is mate. So moving the queen, like, gets mated. So it says the best move is queen c4, so the king has c7. But that loses the knight and the queen. So that's not the best. That's the best move, but that's not a good sign. Is Jake Paul the Gotham chess of boxing? What? Yeah, the women's fight was good. I thought the other fights were good. The draw was good. I think the women's fight, they gave the winner the wrong person. The other woman threw more punches and landed more percentage-wise. And they said she lost, but it seemed like the other woman was leading with her head a lot. But I don't know how much of that is like accidental or how much is on purpose. I'm not a boxer, so I don't know. What happens in the ring, stuff like that happens. Yeah, the cut was pretty bad. Can vegans drink beer? Vegans can drink vegan beer and don't drink beer that's not vegan. About 90% of beer is vegan. Most of the beer that's not vegan has honey in it. Thanks for the hype train, everybody. That was nice. We need more subs on the platform. What if the beer is made by slave vegans? That sounds even more vegan. He carried a card listing what beers he could and could not drink. Yeah, because he liked beer. People aren't saying much on YouTube. Meat is super delicious. What year is this? If you would eat a burger to save a chicken. No, I didn't see that. Not sure how eating a burger saves a chicken. When did I become vegan? Only Exclaim Vegan knows. It was New Year's resolution about 6 years ago. You can get substitute for eggs that are vegan. I did today. I had a tofu scramble at a restaurant. So it tastes like eggs and looks like eggs, but it's tofu. It was a New Year's resolution. That was the main reason. But yeah, everybody should be vegan because we don't shouldn't have the right to kill and murder animals and eat their corpses. Anyway, if you type exclam vegan in the chat on Twitch, it'll tell you when I became a vegan and such. I can't remember, it was a long time ago. Karen's been a vegetarian for about 3 years. Guns are bad. I don't know, my shirt's light blue and I weigh a lot, so I don't know if that's true. That's true. Your cat would kill and eat you, but you still don't eat cats. Okay, we took a little break. Let's go to the next game. Get a marker going. Hi, this is my friend's 10-minute rapid game. He played as black. Okay, it's on chess.com, 10-minute. White's 2029. Black is 1958. So black's our hero. Okay, so far black's a little... Whoa! Knight takes g5. I just assumed white would play bishop g3. Yeah, knight takes g5 loses a piece, so that's not good. You know, now black's up a piece. White's 2029 and played knight takes g5. Wow. c3. I mean, I wouldn't move this rook to g8. I'd move this rook because now this rook is trapped on h8. They could play bishop f6. Yeah, knight f4 is a good move. Yeah, white's getting checkmated because pieces are all here. Bam! That's a nice finishing move. Yeah, that was another nice game. Black played really nicely that game. Man, white was slightly worse and not playing great, but he played okay. Then he played knight takes g5, which opened up his king and sacrificed a piece for nothing. Then black sacrificed material and mated white. And white never moved these three pieces. And this piece is sort of out of play also. So good game by black. And that was his friend's game. He should have said it was his own games. I wouldn't know. I'd be like, wow, you played great. Yeah, this is the time I always stream on Sunday. Sounds like somebody's in Europe or Africa or something. They think it's late. Although it is late for me. Would queen g4 work instead of bishop g2? Well, bishop g2 is mate in 3. Queen g4 is also mate in 3. So, yes. Queen g4 and bishop g2 are the same mates, but after queen g4, white has like 15 legal moves. After this, white has 1. So that was easier to calculate. But queen g4 is the same mate in 3. Threatening mate, and if you stop it, then queen f3. So, yeah, black had more than one way to win. But I like bishop g2 because it's check. So that makes it easy to calculate. Every move is check. Here we have to analyze every legal move after queen g4. And then it turns out they all lose to mate, but yeah, queen g4 is just as good. I had a game once where there was no h-pawn, and I played queen h3 check, king here, queen g4 check, king here, queen takes knight check, king here, queen g4 check, king here, queen h3 check, king here, queen h2 mate. And this reminded me of that with the, making the king go back and forth and then checking and mating eventually. I didn't have a knight here. I think there was a white knight there or something. No, there wasn't a white. There was nothing there. What cities you live in at the moment, I'm not allowed to say because then I'm doxing myself. Then I would be in trouble. Let's see. I live in suburban Atlanta. I live in a northern suburb of Atlanta. We've lived here. Karen's lived here over 20 years, but I've lived here over 8. In this house, I mean. Am I pro Israel? I'm a pro chess player. Yeah, the allowing the thing isn't working. It's broken. Bonarici broke Twitch. Do you still sometimes go to St. Louis Chess Club? No, I haven't been there in about 5 years. Yeah, that happens. We get messages, we try to allow them, and it doesn't work. I haven't taught the 1 o'clock class in 10 years. Do you think Democrats will win the Senate in 2026? I think usually in the years there's no presidential election, the other party tends to win a lot because people get mad at the party in power. So there's a good chance of that. Usually, whatever party's in power, people don't like them. Now that Republicans control, the House and the Senate and the presidency, people are going to start hating the Republicans because they ruin everything. And now they have power in all 3 branches. And they have the Supreme Court. So basically, everything the government does wrong will be Republicans' fault. And they do everything wrong. So people are going to get mad over the next couple of years. Well, the Republicans control the media, so maybe they won't. I guess if Twitter tells you everything's good, then it's all that matters. Okay, next game is from Jade. Hi, Ben. I played in a classical tournament just in the intermediate section this time because of how badly I did the last one. I managed to win it with 4.5 out of 5. This is game is from the first round. There's too many is's there. Time control 75 plus 30, and these are FIDE ratings. So white's rating is 1660, black's rating is 1528, and it's FIDE rating slow chess, and so forth. Still theory. Yeah, this is better for white. Yeah, white has 2 bishops and a space advantage. Bishop g4 and bishop takes f3 is not very popular for black because white gets this nice position. Yeah, black just has no counterplay and white has all the space. Black's knight gets worse and worse. P1's interesting move, trying to get the knight to c4. Yeah, black just has no play, and this pawn's permanently weak on c7. That's a backward pawn, and then some. Ooh, that's a blunder. Now d6 wins. Yay, white played d6. That's the winning move. Now we get to win all these pawns on the queen side. Yay, white found b6. Now, if you take the bishop, b7 wins. Yeah, white played really well that game. White got a slight advantage the first 7-8 moves, then a clear advantage after move 10, then a winning advantage after move 30, and then black resigned. Black played very passively that game and moved the knight around a lot. Knight f6 to knight c6 to e7 to c8 to a7 to c8 to d6. And then white just traded the knight off, so then white crashed through with d6. Very instructive game. White played way better than their rating. It's like white must have had a good teacher over the last 6 months. Well, maybe not a good teacher, but me. But I guess as soon as they stop taking lessons, then they play better. Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, very good game from white. Black played a little passively. A lot of the games are similar. One side plays really well. The other side plays, not too good. And then the side that plays well wins. Most of America doesn't know what Twitch is. They get their news from Twitter and or X and Fox News, with news in quotes. Okay, next game. Thanks, Tensor. Once again, another 24-hour per move daily chess game. This time, I tried to play the English with a fianchetto on the king side. Could use some tips, especially on if I should be worried about my opponent trying to trade that bishop off with their own. Okay, and then white's 1378 and black is 955. It's a daily game. White's our hero. Bishop d6 isn't good. You shouldn't typically move a bishop in front of a center pawn. When the center pawn can't move, then the other bishop can't move. Bishop can be attacked easily. Can't push our center pawns. F4 is an interesting move. That just hangs the bishop. So I guess the question was, like, if black plays knight a5, well, the bishops will get traded, but that's okay. It's not necessarily good or bad for anybody. It's Karen.
Yeah, I'm still in my tournament.
That's what I figured.
So I only have 5 minutes,
So yeah, this chat here isn't showing up. And when I right-click on chat properties, it gives me this URL widgets, and there's nothing here. I don't know if that's right.
Okay, so what I always do, wait, hang on. Go back up in there. And
Uh-huh.
let me just drive. So we have to copy this because we might need it again. And then what I do is I'll put this here and then I take it away to kind of force a change.
Uh-huh.
And then, okay. And then you can see if that works, if you could real quick.
Yeah, people, can you chat and stuff?
Oh, you can do it.
But
Okay. Yeah, so that didn't work, and I'm not gonna really have time to do more than that. So I just wouldn't worry about it. Just
Okay.
stream without chat. I mean, I could troubleshoot more, but I just don't have the time.
yeah.
You mean what you could do is you could go into Streamlabs where we get the links, remember? And you could make sure that nobody's been in there to change it.
Yeah.
But I guess you could make sure that the links are the same if you want.
Okay.
And if there are, then it just might be a Twitch problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had problems before where it just wasn't working.
All right. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll break it more.
All right. Yeah, we can try to troubleshoot.
But my shirt matches the board good.
All right, we're good.
Thank you.
I'm in the money.
Yeah? Good going. Karen's still playing poker tournament when she stopped streaming over an hour ago, and she's in the money right now. And then yesterday, she came 11th in a tournament with 972 players. That's pretty good. First place was 1,500, but she only got 11th place. So, but still, 11th out of 972 is pretty good. That would be like if I played in the K1 championship in the US and there were 972 players, I would come in like 11th. Sounds about right. K1 kids are tough. I mean, I'm better than most of them, so. I'm having a colonoscopy in 9 days. 9. Is that right? What day's today? Sunday? Yeah. No, 10 days. Well, 9 days. 7. Or maybe it is on a Tuesday. I thought it was on a Wednesday. Well, it's either Tuesday or Wednesday in 9 or 10 days. Colonoscopy prep isn't good, but colonoscopies themselves are fine. They put you to sleep, then you wake up. And then that's it. But yeah, the day before when you have to not eat and drink this crap, God. Okay, so for some reason, even though this is a daily game, Black played knight b4 hanging their bishop. That seems excessively bad for a daily game. White's just up a piece. So the game has lost a lot of its interest. And white has the 2 bishops. And nice center. That loses another piece, I guess. Well, maybe it does. Maybe there's queen f6. Ooh, I didn't see bishop d5. So here, bishop d5 pins the queen to the king, but there's a knight on b4. So a3 is an excellent move. Now the knight can't move because of bishop d5. But if the knight doesn't move, you lose your knight. So a3 was the best move. And then black didn't see bishop d5. Knight takes d4 is just, giving up. That's another game where, Black played worse than the other people who lost. Black played really badly this game. And white played fine. White just played normal chess moves and was better. Then black played worse and worse. Black played strategically iffy. Then black was just giving pieces away, which is weird because it was a daily game. It's like black lost interest in the game at some point because shouldn't give a lot of pieces away in a daily game. You have 24 hours to make a move. So like hanging a knight and a queen and another knight and a bishop. Now, to be fair, black's rating is 955, but I would expect a 955 to play better than that, like in a blitz game. Some people play too quickly when they play daily games. They don't use their time. It is true that Gotham Chess was the coach for black in that game. And the coach for white was Morphe. Or something. I make a lot of fun of Gotham Chess because he's like an easy target. But, he does play better than me. Although I make a lot of fun of me, too. So it's all fair. Also make fun of Magnus because he lost all of his pieces against Arjun. I never saw a guy lose so much material unless it was me. Okay, next game is Clark, our usual customer from San Francisco area. Hi, Ben. Here's my game from this week's Tuesday night marathon. Game 90, increment 30. White is 1488, and our hero is 1620. And our hero has black. I thought white won this game because Clark put 1-0, but then at the end it says black made the last move and white lost on time. So I guess he put 1-0 in as a mistake. He meant to put 0-1. So I guess our hero won this game, but he put that he lost just to trick me. Yay, trying to learn, subscribe to tier 2. 82 months. God damn. In a different time zone, too. Thanks, trying to learn. Did somebody do a marker for the game? Yeah, I think so. This is a slow game. Normal King's Indian. Yeah, I play c6 with black in this position too, although I get crushed when I play it. e4 is very unusual. Normally, white castles. a5 is interesting. Wouldn't be the first move I'd think of, but it's, reasonable. Knight g5, I don't understand. I don't know why white played that move. Then knight h3. Okay. Yeah, f4 is really bad because pawn on e5 is blocking the bishop. So letting black take on f4 is good. Thanks, Grimalkin Cat, for 5 subs. Sorry I didn't get to play you yesterday. Probably should have played you at the end. Thanks for 5 subs. We do need a lot of subs. We have a lot less subs than we usually have. Need to get back to 1,000. Getting broke over here. And it's the holiday season coming up. So white has another problem. The bishop is defending the knight and defending this pawn. So black can take this and win a pawn. Or black can take this and open up the bishop. They're both good. Okay, black decided to win a pawn. That's good. Well, queen b6 check just loses a piece to knight f2. I don't understand why black played queen b6 check. Just take the knight. Now I can play either knight to f2 and white's a piece ahead. So this is a really big blunder. Queen b6 check. Ugh, that's a bigger blunder. Yeah, like the knights are both hanging. So like knight f2 and then white's a piece up. Get a little hiccup there in the middle of the game. White's up, or white's down a pawn. Black has excellent position. Now white's getting an initiative. White's position's okay now. White wins some material. White should just take the rook here instead of queen h4. Now the rook can move away. Yeah, now black's doing great again. Yeah, that's the end of white's threats. That just loses immediately to bishop f6. And rook fe8 is also winning. But bishop f6 is just winning immediately. Ugh. Yeah, bishop f6 and the queen's trapped. And rook fe8 is also good because the queen can't move away from the knight. This is just a blunder. Now white's slightly better, it says. Black has these nice two-pass pawns for the exchange. Interesting position. It's not a bad move. Bishop e5 is the best move, threatening mate. Now we're threatening mate again, and you can't play bishop takes bishop because queen takes h2 mate. Rook g1's forced. That move is okay. Good attacking move. And that's just a blunder. Yeah, black has to play rook takes bishop, and then it's equal. But I guess both sides were in time trouble here. Now bishop takes wins, and bishop h6 check wins. Now white has forced mate with bishop f6. The engine announces mate. And in this position, white lost on time, but white's just completely winning. Rook takes g2 and king takes bishop, and white's up a piece and threatening mate. So here, white lost on time, but white can take and take. Now white's threatening mate, and white's up a bishop. And black doesn't have any checks. So the engine actually announces mate here. It's black plays perfectly. He gets mated in 9 moves. Assuming white plays perfectly, too. So that was a very tactically rich game, which had a very strange ending, and I'm going to tell you why it's strange. This position, there's 2 legal moves. King takes bishop and rook takes. And it's a 30-second increment. And white couldn't make one of those 2 moves, and white lost on time. And this move actually gets checkmated. I play bishop f1 check, always play bishop f1 check. And then queen here check, and then this is mate. So king takes gets mated, and rook takes wins for white. And white sat here and lost on time. Usually, people don't lose on time when there's a 30-second increment. It's known to happen, but it's rare. Because 30 seconds, that's a lot of time. Let's see, Thomas Beckett says, go Ben. Thanks, Thomas Beckett. Thanks for donating $1.50 all the time. We need that money. That helps. If everybody donated $1.50, that would be quite awesome. Playing backwards like Kasparov. Is that what Kasparov did? Anyway, this position's very exciting. White looks like they're mated. White's threatening mate. Both kings are exposed. Pass pawn on the 6th. Black's down the exchange. Very, very exciting game. And it says 1-0, but I think black won on time, so I think black won. Okay, our hero's black this game. Get a marker. Thanks, Tensor. Hey, Ben, this was a 5-minute blitz game in an online tournament. Still learning, well, it says leaning, the old Benoni, and I think I was slowly getting the better position in this game. However, he blundered a rook near the end, which made it easier. As always, I appreciate your thoughts on the game. Thank you. Okay, so this is from a 5-minute blitz game, blitz tournament. Okay, so far so good. Usually they play knight e7, and then they can play f5 quicker or knight g6 to f4. So knight f6 is unusual. G takes f3. Yeah, that's bad. Bishop takes f3 and white's better. Now white's close to losing. Yeah, here black needs to play knight h5 to stop f4. Then black can sink knights on f4 and move this other knight around here. And white's strategically almost lost. Now white can play f4 and he's okay. Yeah, now white's fine. Yeah, black missed a chance to play knight h5. That's a blitz game. Ooh, g6. Not sure why black played g6. h4 is a weird move. It's okay. The engine says white's slightly better. Okay, now it says it's equal. That move doesn't make any sense. These are superfluous knights. They're tripping over each other. Man, you tripping. Yeah, now it's just equal position. The better player will win. That just hangs the h-pawn, gives black a passed pawn. Or black can sack a pawn. There we go. Now it says it's equal. Now it says black's winning. It says that's a terrible move. Well, now black has two connected pass pawns on the king side. And black's a pawn ahead. Black has control of the e5 square. So black's just winning now. Yeah, here we should just play h4 and push our pawn. Yeah, here white needs to play king e2. King c2 just loses the rook. Also, if king c1 or king b1, this is mate. So white has to play correctly here with king b3, which loses the rook. But instead, white resigned, which is also good. Yeah, that was an up and down game. White was better, then black was better, then white was better, then black was better. And technique wasn't great, but the players are 1,400. It's a 5-minute game, so I can't really complain too much. But white made too many tactical errors losing a lot of pawns, and eventually white lost a rook on g2. So that's a 5-minute game, so it's not going to be the best played game ever. But yeah, black was in control most of the game, so I think black should be happy. White was a little bit higher rated. Ooh, Ghazi11 gifted subs. 3 subs, thank you. Thanks for supporting the stream, Ghazi. That is enough. Yeah, all we need is for everybody to give 1 sub and we're good. The only problem is like 10 people give subs instead of, 1,000. I mean, if everybody gave 10 cents, that would be good. I can't review your game because those games were turned in hours ago, but I can next week. So submit a game on Discord next week and I'll review it. You could submit 2 next week and then say this makes up for the last week. That makes sense. Okay, last game from Tortellino. Hello, Ben. This game I thought a lot of time about g4, my creative move, preventing f5. I gave up castling to try to paralyze the irreverent little kid. Also, every word is misspelled. I missed rook f7 after my bishop sack, ruining everything. And I missed bishop f5 on move 29, losing the game. As per usual, I await instructive mocking. Okay, so our hero is white, and he's 1399, and black is 1551. Time control is 60-minute with a 30-second increment, so pretty slow. It's a Ponziani, his specialty. Okay, this is all fine. Queen b3 is a little weird. a6 is a little weird. All this a3, a6, h3, h6, it's just not good. Loses time. Yeah, white's much better here. Black has almost no space. g4 is not terrible, but there's no reason to play g4. It's not like f5 is world-ending, just a move. Okay, I don't know. It's not good. Yeah, black has 2 pieces for a rook, and white center is collapsing. So good position for black. Yeah, sacking on h6 was not good. Now white's just lost. Queen c6 isn't good. White's king is really exposed. Yeah, that was just silly, queen c6. For those of you who think this is mate, there's a knight on f8. So Bent Larson would disagree. Bam! Bishop f5 winning the exchange. Excellent move. That's an easy move to miss, because you're threatening the rook and you're threatening the queen. Now black's up a piece. Black's still up a piece. Now black's up 2 pieces. Yeah, knight c3 wasn't good at the end, but white's lost anyway. White's down a piece for no pawns. But that finished the game off. So white had a big advantage that game. Then white had a big advantage. Then white went sort of crazy, pushing all their pawns. Bishop takes h6. And then white missed bishop f5, which was a nice move for black. And then black was just up too much material the rest of the game. So, very interesting game, complicated. Good games this week. Vanderbilt chess team will play chess. We'll be playing chess against teams like this and that. I will be playing board 2. Any advice to stand a chance? Yes. Don't play those teams. Play the weaker teams. Yeah, Ghazi, if you can submit the game now in the right place in Discord, I can review it. It's in Viewer Analysis PGN. That's where the games are submitted. Yeah. Because I have some extra time. Yeah, probably you'll just get paired up once or twice, then you'll play the, gawking rabble the rest of the tournament. Yeah, you got to let us know how you're doing in the Pan Ams. Yeah. I used to go to the Pan Ams, not to play, just to hang out when I was in high school. They do have chess playing dogs, and since dogs don't get very old, they always play in kids tournaments, and there's usually several sections, and the dogs are slated to play in the K9 section. Karen came to the chat and couldn't fix it immediately, and she's still playing poker. She's still in a tournament. If she had 20 minutes, she could fix it, but she couldn't fix it in 1 minute. She didn't have a lot of time. My dog played in the K9 section once. I asked him how it was. He said it was rough. He was losing one of the games to another dog, but the other dog couldn't finish him off. His bark was worse than his bite. She's also swimming in gold. Well, she was here trying to fix it. You just weren't here, I guess. You just left the stream at some point. Just sent it? Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. Did you put it in Viewer Analysis PGN? You might have put it in the other one, the wrong one. Yeah, you put it in the wrong one, but that's okay. I found it. You put it in PGN Share, which does nothing. Okay, this is a 15-minute, 10-second increment game played last month. Our hero's white, he's 2150, and our villain is black, 2194. Let's see what he wrote. He wrote nothing. Okay. Well, I figured that's where you put it if you didn't put it in the other place. So. Knight a6, frankly ridiculous. White already has a great position. Yeah, now black's doing okay. Puts pressure on the e-pawn. Still rather have white. Yeah, I like h4 a lot. I like h5. Bam! Always sack the exchange. Like that. Yeah, black's position is very poor, except black has an exchange, but I mean, how's this rook helping black? Rook can't do anything. This bishop has no counterpart. So I like the exchange sack. Yeah, it's really weakening all the white squares near his king. Yeah, this position is just lost for black. White's pieces are too good. Knife f5, never play f6, etc. Queen f2 is great because you want to play queen g3. Bishop d2, he wants to play bishop b4 check. a5 is correct. Ooh, knight h8 is terrible. Yeah, you have to play knight d6, and then white's winning, but it's close. But after knight h8, now white's winning. Yep, rook takes h6 is the winning move. Now it's forced mate, because if you take the rook, my queen's coming in. Oh, this says black resigned. Yeah, if you take this, then queen g8 is checkmate. If you don't take it, I'm threatening rook takes knight, bishop takes rook, queen g8 checkmate. So it says black should play queen f7 or rook e6. It's just ridiculous moves giving pieces away to avoid getting mated quicker. Another way to win is rook takes pawn check, bishop takes, queen g8 mate. You can't stop these moves. Who would have thought knight h8 would be a bad move? The answer is everybody. Yeah, black's king is in a total net here. Totally trapped. All the squares around it are getting crushed. Very nice game. Black's play was a little iffy, but I liked your h4, h5, rook h5. Then you got your knight to f5. That was very nice. Pretty good for a 15-minute game, too. So that was pretty good. All right, I can play some blitz with people while we wait for the stream to end. Accept some friend requests. You're not even a sub, Manish. And the answer is no if you were, but you're not a sub. So, of course, you can't send a game. It's for Sub Sunday. It's for subs. Anyway, you're banned. But thanks for asking. You're going to sleep. Aren't you still in Oregon? What? Going to sleep at 5:30? What do you mean? Oh, I'm white. I'm waiting for my opponent to move. Tough being old. Well, I'm playing like trying to learn. Play the Smith Mora. Moving on up to the queen's side. was expecting that. That's why I made that arrow. C3 looked too obvious. exciting stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have a course on Chessable. I have 3 courses on Chessable, and a 4th one's coming out at the end of next month. Don't forget to buy Chessable courses. The more courses you buy, the more you own. This looks like some of the kids' games I've analyzed when I go to the Nationals. Okay, this will be my last game. Against the best Grandmaster alive. Now, if you're in Singapore, you can watch the World Championship next week. Not sure when it starts, but it starts at some point. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for supporting the stream so much. You guys did good. Okay, we're gonna rate Elena. It was either her or Nemsko, but Elena's playing chess. All right, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Tomorrow I have a class at 6 p.m. as per usual, and then I stream Tuesday night. Thanks, everybody.